Emma from the future. There are parts of my morning routine that don't need to be on the internet, so instead I have made a bit of a reenactment, if you will, and we'll just roll forward with that to fill in any parts of the day that I didn't film or wasn't allowed to film. Good morning. It is just after 6. It's just after 6:30. I got up, as you saw. I'm gonna hold this door back. I got up, as you saw, just after 6, and I'm very bad at eating breakfast in the morning. So right now, all we have is a bit of green juice and a coffee, which I made in our Nespresso. And now it's just time to finish getting ready. So I put a poll up on my Instagram and asked everyone sort of what they wanted to see. And so if you're not following my Instagram, make sure you do that. And everybody was asking for a day in my life. So we're gonna do that. I've already filmed the productivity video that I also kind of asked if you wanted to see. And so I guess that will go up next week. So you'll get both, that's good. Ta-da! I do make a good coffee now. And again, normally I don't have the coffee this early. I will have one once I get to campus. It may be a 2 coffee morning. So now, what is it? It's just after. It is 6:40, so I can just sit for probably like 5-10 minutes, finish drinking my morning drinks, and then I will collect my bag and head out the door. So I'm gonna go sit and I will chat with you about what the day's gonna look like. While I'm drinking my coffee or finishing breakfast, sometimes yogurt and nuts, that kind of thing, I will sit and, you know, catch up on Instagram as well as text and stuff, because my family is in Canada and we sort of text each other throughout each other's night. So I kind of get to wake up to what they're doing today. And it's nice. So Wednesdays are actually our busiest days, or our most full days. So I will try to get as much content as I can. I'll tell classmates, hey, you asked for a day in the life video, make me film it. So we start with a lecture and then a master class on clinical skills. Today we are looking at diabetes. So the physical signs of diabetes or pre-diabetes, what to watch out for, as well as the physical signs of complications. So it will be a pretty full-on day. And then we have lunch for an hour, and then after lunch we will have a clinical tutorial talking about those things and practicing on each other, taking sort of fake histories and things like that. And then we end with a practical. So sometimes that's anatomy labs, sometimes that, like today, is a practical skill. So we will be doing glycemic index tests, I believe. So I think we're finger pricking ourselves and each other, and some of the class has had to fast. Very glad that's not me. Even though I don't like breakfast or don't do breakfast well, I still get like shaky by noon if I haven't had anything. So good to know. And each of those classes is a 2-hour block. So 8 to 10, 10 to 12, lunch for an hour, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 3 to 5. There we go. Oh, it's the morning. It's before 7 a.m. So yeah, I can just sit here. 6:50 almost. So I'm going to drink these quickly and pack up my bag and head out the door. I'll put in a clip of them, but I bought a bunch of socks all with different faces on them, and I say that I will pick the sock that matches my mood when I wake up. I think it describes 5 hours of sleep very well. I don't always get 5 hours of sleep. If you're a pre-med, don't think that med students don't sleep and eat and all those things. Last night was an outlier. Because I don't eat big substantial breakfast and it's about an hour to get to campus once I'm finally sat in class and everything, I bring fruit that I can eat really quickly before class starts, and then bring another for lunch, as well as obviously lunch. Headphones for the bus are a must, and your lens cap. I will see you on the way. So, off we go. It is 7 now. With the record show, I did brush my teeth after that coffee. But yeah, so it's not a super long walk to get to the bus stop, and then it's one bus to campus. Everybody kind of looks at us with pity when we say we take a bus to school every day. I don't mind it. It's kind of the time I've set aside to do like Instagram and social media and stuff, and gives me a chance to catch up on some podcasts and, you know, chat with all of you if you're over on my Instagram. So it's not so bad, and the walk definitely wakes me up in the morning. So it is going to be a really shaky shot because my bag on my arm. It is about 20 to 8 now, and I've arrived, got a matcha latte, and about 5 minutes from my building. So I will have about 15 minutes before class, just the way I like it. So I probably get to class about 7:45. It really depends on which bus I'm able to catch and how long it takes to get my coffee. And then my classmates start to arrive and we just kind of hang out for a bit and chat. I think I'm answering emails or something here.
Like, it's on right now, but I'm gonna like put music on over this little bit. But if you want to be in it, just like make yourself appear, because I never want to be like, yeah, just like hey, but we getting some B-roll right now. Come over here.
And there I go, just setting up the notes for class. And our first lecture starts at 8. Again, could just give it, this is what this is.
Anyone likely to pass into a hypoglycemic coma?
And then it'll just continue on. I'm actually looking around someone's head here, so that's why it looks so funny. But the rest of the day was pretty hands-on, so I'm not sure that the footage is great. We had what's called a master class, but we had patients present, so I couldn't film anything. And then we all break for lunch. And then after that, we have a clinical tutorial. So let's just a quick look at our clinical rooms. We had a practical.
Are you allowed to?
And because I got told off for recording, here's a super accurate representation of me taking blood glucose levels of my friends and analyzing them. And in the evening, I actually went to a beeswax workshop run by one of my peers, Daniel. So thank you, Daniel. There's a lot of mess, so I didn't want to take my camera out. And then because we were so hungry, a couple of us went to dinner. And then it was time to head home. And that was a day in my life. That Wednesday was pretty typical. You know, the classes were normal. Sometimes that practical is an anatomy prac instead of something that we are sitting down and doing on each other, like the glucose tolerance test. I'm sorry I couldn't film everything. I hope you had fun with my little reenactments, as we'll call them. But yeah, if you want me to share more days in my life, then give this video a like. I think next week we're going to come out with a productivity tips, tricks, how I stay motivated kind of video, so make sure you subscribe to check that out. And, you know, comment below, let's have a chat. How are you doing? What kind of videos do you want to see? What are you curious about med school? And I will see you in the next one. Bye!